Hi everybody and welcome to the final section of this course. Time to show your app to the world. This is section number 6 and I'm really proud of you for being here. You have created 2 applications. It was the same concept but with 2 different approaches. The first time we created the application with vanilla JavaScript in the front end, and the second time we used a powerful front-end framework such as React. Now, the first video of this section is basically the tools overview. We are gonna check out which tools we are gonna use to compile our application so we are able to transform it from just source code to an actual executable for Windows and macOS. Now, I wanted to point out that of course, getting an application to production and really publishing it is a really big project and a really big process in Electron. It's quite difficult and there are a lot of courses that are entirely dedicated to that. This is not one of them. We are here to learn Electron in the first place and sharing our applications with friends and clients, but not actually publishing it in the Play Store or other markets that are online. So with this preface, I wanted to point out that the package or the tool that we are going to use to publish our applications is Electron Packager. And now we should dive right in, this time into the browser, go and check out the documentation of Electron Packager. So Electron Packager is of course open source. It can create OS specific bundles for iOS, macOS, and Windows. So we are going to create one .app file and one .exe file. Okay, so if we scroll enough, we start seeing how this package works. Basically, we're going to install it with npm install and the name of the package. And the supported platforms for Electron Packager are Windows, macOS, and Linux. Now, also, we can specify the architecture, which is 32 or 64 bits. And the installation process, as you can see, is pretty straightforward. We will do this in just a second. Now, the actual command line for publishing the application with Electron Packager is by running Electron Packager, the source directory, the name of the application, the platform that we are choosing, and the architecture. And we will take care about this later, but for the moment this is pretty much it. So we can go up again until the installation command, and we can actually go into our source file, and here we need to install this package. I have closed my PowerShell. Let's open it again. This is a development dependency, so --save-dev Electron Packager. Now, we will let this installation to go ahead, and the other thing that I wanted to mention and that we need to do is a production refactor. So what does that mean? Every time before we bring an application to production, we need to do some small tweaks to the application because it's different from the code that we used to use in the development phase. Now we are in production, we must be more secure, and also we must be sure that things work for other people, not only for us. So let's go back to the terminal. It appears that everything was installed correctly. Let's clear the terminal out and we can go into package.json. If we scroll down, we can see that Electron Packager was added successfully. And this is awesome. Now, one thing that we need to do, first of all, is this one right here. Now, homepage is a key that Create React App reads, and every time Create React App is able to read this homepage, it sets the application. It means that the application is currently living in the current directory. And this is important because if we don't specify this, we will not be able to see our application, our React side of the application inside the Electron app. Okay, so this was nice to do. And one other thing that we need to do before we start working with Electron is actually building the React side of the application. So until now, we had all our files inside the src folder and inside the public folder. But these src files are not executable inside the browser. We need to compile them and build them. Fortunately, Create React App, the tool that we are using for managing the React side of the application, has already a built-in script, which is called build. Now we are going to run that. So we should go to the terminal again. We write npm run build. npm run build executes the scripts that are already built inside Create React App and creates an optimized production build. And it's really perfect because we don't want to take a long time and configure all the things that we need about React. With Create React App, everything is built automatically and in a fast and really performant way. So now, as you can see, the project was built assuming it is hosted at /, so current directory. And this is perfect. This is what we wanted. Now we have the build folder is ready to be deployed. If we check out our code editor, we can see a new folder that is called build. Inside build, we have all our static files, and they are ready for working with Electron. Now, if you remember, if we go into index.js, when we say the start URL is Electron start URL, but if this is not present, and this will not be present because this is present only here on Electron dev, if you remember, this will not be present in production. So we will take the other string, and the other string says that the index.html is actually inside this dir name, so this directory, inside the build folder, and then the index.html, which is exactly the one that we just built. So now we are pretty much ready to go. The next thing to do is to build our application for the two different platforms that we are taking care of, Windows and macOS.